Today we are going out with Captain Gordie with Lucky Strike Charters in Naples, Florida, going out in the Gulf of America looking for some red snapper and anything else that we can catch along the way. Gordie's been a client of ours for about a year. He came to us from another client of ours, Nick Stanzik, referred him over our way. And so Gordie reached out, got a quote on a new Onslow Bay that he was purchasing. And so I think we hit our 1-year anniversary with him in about 2 weeks, and it's been a great relationship with him.
So I first heard about H&H actually watching YouTube. So Nick Stanzik, Clay, I'm not sure his last name, but they always spoke so highly of HH, and that's where I got the introduction to them, and I reached out to Landon, and here we are.
So I've never had the opportunity to meet Gordie. It's actually my first time today meeting him. He's been a great client of ours for a couple of years now. I talked to him on the phone, email with him a lot. We've helped him out a ton on his boat insurance with the Onslow Bay. And so this is actually my first time meeting him. Really excited to get out there, check out the boat that we insure, and also talk with him and hear how the fishery is in the Naples area.
So today I have the opportunity to meet Landon with HH. I've never met him before, and it's going to be a ton of fun getting to know these guys personally. And I can't speak to them highly enough for booking a trip with me. I am a charter captain. So them putting back into a small business and getting personal. So the best thing for me is to know personally Landon, HH, everybody involved, so that our relationship can grow together, their business can grow, my business can grow, and maybe form a partnership and see where it takes us. But having a name to a face or a face to a name, to me, is super important.
All right, Gordie, so what's our game plan for today?
So it is still red snapper season for us. It is August 3rd, and the recreational season is closed. But us charter captains with our 6-pack, we're allowed to fish them for, look at you! And just grab your weight for me. Landon.
Wow, he showed me up.
You are way behind. So we're gonna run probably 60 to 80 miles offshore.
Okay.
And we're gonna be using pinfish, threads, cut bait, and we'll see if we can find some red snapper, maybe a few big scamps to start.
Awesome.
Maybe a mutton or two, and then if we can get our bottom fish taken care of and you don't want to do any mangroves or yellowtails, we can troll for wahoo, dolphin, but it's gonna be nice. Beautiful day here on a Sunday, and typically you're dealing with weekend warriors, but because season is closed, we're gonna have it all to ourselves.
Okay, awesome.
So when I got on the boat today, I was checking out all the rods Gordie had in the boat. I thought to myself, man, on my boat, are we inshore fishing for snook, trout, and redfish? Those are some light setups. And so I was a little bit apprehensive or confused as to what those might be for. I didn't really see many big offshore snapper grouper type rods. And as we got out there, we got on the first spot, we got set up. Gordie hands me a 4000 series reel and says, have at it, man. I was like, wait, we're gonna use this for red snapper? He's like, absolutely, here's what you're gonna do with it.
All right guys, since we have 2 fishermen, we're gonna start with one bottom rig, which is a chicken rig. Your weight's below your hook, super simple. You've probably done it 1,000 times. And then we've got a jig head style, but the jig is 2 ounces. So sometimes these snapper are elevated, sometimes they're on the bottom, and we're gonna try and figure out what they're gonna prefer. So live bait, pinfish, threads on this one, and then on our jig head, we're gonna have some cut sardines, some cut pinfish back here, and see what they like. If they're hungry, great. If not, we'll be here 5 minutes and then we're on to the next one.
No way. That's hilarious.
We got him on, Rip, we got him on.
Oh, we got the first one already.
So today was really a great day out there. You know, so often you think about catching American red snapper, you think big tackle. You know, you're thinking an 8,000 series type reel, and to go out there with really light tackle, about 20 pounds of leader for most of the day, and 4,000 series reels really let us have some fun out there catching fish. It did cause us to break off a couple times, but on every bite that we had, it was really just really being able to work that fish up, be able to work it through the water column, avoid the S word, and really be able to have some fun out there. So one of my first times fishing with that light of tackle for a larger target species, and it was really an enjoyable experience.
look at the size of that mangrove.
Wow, look at that.
I'll take it right here. Are you hooked good? I don't think so. Come here.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Look at that one.
That's almost a tournament winner right
That's
there.
a killer.
So my theory is,
Might have you beat, Landon.
and just leave them in the water for me.
Yeah.
Is I always
Oh,
start
wow,
off
that's
with
a nice mangrove.
with light tackle,
Yeah.
so you get the bites first. And
Okay.
then if you lose some fish, you can always upgrade.
Yep.
But some guys use bigger leader, bigger tackle, and they never get the bites, and they say, "Oh, there's no fish here." So always get your bites first.
You gotta get broken off a couple
I'd rather
of times.
get broken off
Yeah.
than sit here for 15, 20 minutes and not catch a single
Yeah,
fish and
that
say,
makes
"Nope,
sense,
they're
yeah.
not here."
Yeah, so what size leader are we starting with?
So with our jig heads, we're starting with 25 because we'll catch our mangroves, red snapper, yellowtails, things like that, and they're a little bit more leader shy than what you're using. You're using 50.
This one's on too.
Is that one on? We'll catch it.
I think so.
Because your bigger grouper, your bigger snapper typically are on the bottom. Your scamps aren't quite as leader shy,
Okay.
but every once in a while we do have to go to 30 on this.
Yeah.
I've gone as low as 8 on that.
Wow.
Did he grab my fishing pole?
Yeah.
Yep, just let him, because he's running towards the ledge. There we go. And it's 20-pound test, so if he gets you in the bottom, he gets you in the bottom, but just keep that perfect tension on him.
So one of the rules Gordie had on the boat today was never leave fish to go find more fish. We were on some nice mangrove snapper, some yellowtail snapper, getting some smaller fish in there. Really wanted to get some red snapper, so Gordie made the decision, hey guys, let's leave these fish, let's go find those red snapper we were really wanting to catch, and so hopefully that pays off. So red snapper are a really cool fish. It feels and fights different than any other fish that you'll catch. You can tell as soon as that fish hits, it's a red snapper from the way it shakes its head, the way it'll peel drag. They're some of the most aggressive fish out there. So oftentimes when you drop that bait down, they're gonna be one of the first fish to hit that bait because they're super aggressive and you feel that through the rest of the fight. It's a really exhilarating and fun fish to catch, and it's awesome once you get them hooked up and you get them up on the surface. I'm working on that. I'm trying to get it this way.
So going out with Captain Gordie, really a great, memorable experience. He's a younger guy that really, has a passion for fishing. You can feel his passion. And, you think about the average charter captain, it's typically thought of as being, a grizzly old guy, and that's just not Gordie. Gordie really took the time to explain the equipment to us, explain what his thoughts were on why we were doing it, and he's able to create a trip that, you can go home and try to do on your own as well. So I really had a great time. Added bonus of having the dog Rip on there. So Rip was definitely fun and kept the trip light. And so, we hit bag limits on our target species, and at the same time, really had a memorable experience out there with him. Gordie, broke rule number 2, left fish to find fish, but so far it's paying off.
Yep, first 2 baits. Well, third bait because you missed one. But the snapper is starting to come up a little bit, and it's the target species. They're absolutely perfect size. I love these medium-sized snapper, and they're absolutely delicious. Party foul. So typically, if a fish touches my boat, it's a 10-minute fishing violation. But we'll break that rule. But they are absolutely one of the prettiest fish we have in the Gulf.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
Best colors. Very, very fun fishery, especially for me on light tackle.
It was a fun fight on light tackle too. I've never really done that before.
Absolutely.
It was really
so
unique,
now that we're catching them, we can always downgrade.
Yep.
So we can
Okay.
use our sabiki rods. We can use a whole bunch of different things. But first we'll catch 2 more.
Bring a Zebco too?
No, I didn't. It broke the other day. Back up. So if you guys would, throw them right in there for me. So my demeanor on all of my trips is cool, calm, collected. If we lose some fish, it doesn't bother me. My job is to give my customers the opportunity to catch them. Doesn't mean we catch them all, but grouper, snapper, we do it all the time. Nothing in the Gulf really surprises anybody because we do so much bottom fishing. There's very little trolling, very little pelagic species, but if we do have the opportunity to catch a wahoo, I get shaking, I get buck fever, if you know what that is. It gets my blood boiling, and it is a fish of a lifetime for us here in the Gulf. We don't get that many opportunities, and when you see one, you better take advantage of it.
And at this point, my heart is pounding. I am like, man, this is the day where I'm gonna get that wahoo that I've wanted all year. And so I get the rod from Gordie, and I'm fighting the fish, and 10, 15 minutes later, I could not believe how fast that fish is. I mean, it was just absolutely flying, and trying to keep up with it and keep, just any line in the bail. Oh, might be off.
No! He cut through the cable. That's impressive.
So, you win some, you lose some. It's definitely, this is what makes you want to come back for more. And so, just that adrenaline rush of the wahoo today and being able to come so close to it really has me excited for coming out again, going out with Gordie again, and maybe even this time targeting wahoo as our target species. But really just an amazing experience and really an added bonus from the target that we came out for today.
So we had a great day on the water with Jake and Landon. Got everything checked off our list, kind of. Missed the wahoo, but in all, it was a phenomenal day. Limited red snapper, some really nice mangroves, one super nice scamp, which I'm sure Jake is going to take all of it from Landon, but lost some really nice fish, wish we knew what they were. But it was great to meet those guys first time, and if you're ever in the market for insurance, I cannot speak more highly of HH Insurance, Jake and Landon. If you have any interest in them, please give them a call. You will not regret it. They are top notch in the insurance industry. But don't just take it from me, give them a call and see what they can do for you.
Gordie, somebody wants to go out and fish with you, something like this. How do they get a hold of you to do that?
Yep, so my website, Lucky Strike Fishing Charter, Lucky Strike Fishing Charter on Instagram. We also have a YouTube channel, Lucky Strike Livin'. If you want to see all of our inshore, offshore kind of sightseeing, we do just a little bit of everything. Phone number, 239-537-3561. It's my personal cell. Call me anytime. If I don't answer, I'm asleep or offshore.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for having us out today.
You got it. It's a pleasure, guys.
All right, Gordie, thanks so much for having us out today.
Absolutely.
Love having you as a customer. Tell us, what's your experience been like working with Landon and team?
So I had the unfortunate privilege to really need you guys. You don't need to know the whole story, but I got in an accident in my 33, and dealing with Landon was the greatest experience I've ever had dealing with insurance. When I tell you, he answered all emails, all texts, all calls on Saturdays, Sundays, after hours. It was the best. I highly recommend them. The greatest people, fishermen as well. They're not too bad, but the company as a whole is just absolutely phenomenal. I have nothing negative to say, nothing but amazing accolades for you and how you've done it.
Awesome, man. We appreciate it. We really do try to change the image of insurance. So many people, insurance is what they don't want to pay for, and they don't understand that service level. And so, really appreciate those kind words on there. And if anybody else needs to experience that, needs help in their boat insurance, definitely give us a call or check us out at hhinsgroup.com.